Boom, 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 boom. Hi. Okay, enough of the 2001 theme. My name is Joko. I am an IELTS instructor, and many of you know me, but it's been a while since I've posted anything here at the Tips and Tricks page, so for many of you, you don't know who I am. So I'm going to take a moment and give you a quick tour, okay? Where have I been? Well, I've been here. I've been on holiday 3 weeks. Oh, look at that trip I took. Wow, it was great. And the best thing is coming back to Hobart and playing ukulele with my friend John for like a whole week straight. That was great. No thinking about work or anything like that. This is my page. This is the IELTS Temple. There's a reason why it's called that, but I won't go into it. You can see the blog here, or just click on Learn More. But what would be really cool is if you were to click on like here, okay? This one. Why? Well, not because I make any money off of any of this. My pages are entirely non-monetary, non-business related. Because, not because I'm so generous, but because I have a job already, good one, and it's hard where I live here I'm an English teacher in Myanmar. It's hard to make money without, make small money in this country on the internet. So I don't. And don't ask for my help, because they won't give it to people who ask. It just happens. Anyway, take it for what it's worth. Muid Ula liked it. Yeah, right there. Oh, yeah. I haunt this place here, the Tips and Tricks page. And when I'm looking for an essay to review, I will go here to the waiting feedback. So what do we have here? Well, we've got, if I go back far enough, me. Okay, and since then, this has been commented on. Isuru Karunaratna from Sri Lanka. Let's take a look at your essay, shall we? Here it is. Now, one of the first things I'll do is drop it into this site right here, which you can't see it because up a little bit. There it is. Wordcounter.net. Now, this is valuable for me as a reviewer, because it quickly tells me some things about what I'm going to be looking at. 11 sentences here. I want to do about 14, 15 sentences in a task 2. One sentence is 50 words. I've seen a lot worse. Average sentence is 30. It's on the high side. There's no ideal number, but I've found that the best essays tend to average in the low 20s. Okay? Now, this is useful. Keyword density. You use the word health 6 times. People 6 times. Well, it's hard to avoid using people. Sports 5. Major 5. Conditions. Okay, and so on. And then what you can do is click times 2 and find instances where you used 2 words in a row. Health conditions, sports facilities, and health problems. Let's go to the PowerPoint. Yes, I tend to go all out on these things. And when I present someone's essay, I hopefully present it in such a way that other people can gain some value from from the individuals. No, even though PowerPoint does things that Google Slides does not, the one advantage Google Slides has that just fascinates me is what you see there at the bottom of the screen. That is real-time voice decoding or voice recognition, and it's pretty accurate. One of these days they're going to connect another machine to the other side of this that will produce that in your language, and then we'll all have instant translating abilities, and there will go my job as an English teacher. Yeah, okay. So Read your essay. How does it sound? That's the title. Now, of course, academic and spoken English are very different. One's more formal. But in the coherence and cohesion band descriptors, they talk about a clear progression and flow. Right? Very musical words. Well, a good way to gauge the flow of your essay is to listen to it. And we'll be doing that in the course of looking at this person's essay tonight. Okay, and yeah. Common mistake. Many of you watching this make this same mistake. You jump into writing your essay. I see it all the time. Where you get the question, okay, and you begin writing. No, take some time. Okay, you need to analyze the question. What does that mean? Ask yourself questions and answer them, of course. So what are the key words? Restricting words, okay? Like words that define a group or what you're talking about. The WH questions. Who, what, when, where are we talking about? What are we talking about? Now, today we have a discuss both views and give your own opinion essay. So in this instance, you need to identify what the two views actually are and then paraphrase them in your head. Not on paper yet, but in your head. And change the words around and rephrase it just so you understand that you have a good feeling for what the two views are. Because that's the number one thing you have to do, is discuss both these views accurately. Okay? Are these ideas opposing? Discuss both sides. They never say both sides. They actually say both views. The difference there is a side is two things that are against each other, like two teams or two armies. Views can be, are they necessarily opposite? They don't have to be. Many aren't. And then what do you think? No, I mean, serious. What do you think? Not what is the best position to take in the context of the essay. Should I agree or should I disagree? Well, do you agree or do you disagree? I know many a times it's, I don't know. I've never thought of this before. I don't have an opinion. Okay, fine. But examine your feelings first before. You don't see this too much in discuss both views, but to what extent you see that. Oh, no. Don't talk about both sides. No. Can't do that. Got to stick to one side. And always agree. It's easier to agree than to write about what you think. What is your opinion? Okay. So here's our question. Let's look at the key words. Some people say, this is our first. Oh, I can use my little doohickey here. Where's the doohickey? Yeah. Okay, so let's underline. So the best way to improve public health, not individual health, is by increasing the number, the quantity of sports facilities. Others, however, see, you can use however in the middle of a sentence, say that this would have little effect on public health. What is this? Increasing the number of sports facilities. Others say that this would have little effect on public health. That's the main idea. Oh, by the way, other measures are required. Discuss both. Give your own opinion. And don't forget this. Give reasons and include any relevant examples. That's part of the instruction. And get out. So to go back, let's ask ourselves the WH questions. Who are we talking about? People. The public. What are we talking about? Their health in general. What else are we talking about? Sports facilities, the number of. Now, what does this mean? You have to think about it. Do they mean football stadiums? Well, yes, but is that all they mean? No. Okay. Do they mean cricket pitches? Sure. Do they mean parks. Yes. Do they mean those, I see this in most cities. It's got to be there where you go to the city park in the morning and they have these big metal exercise machines that are public and anyone can use them. Running paths, tennis courts, basketball courts, jungle gyms. Okay, so these things are all sports facilities. Others, people, say that this would have a little effect. Okay, we've been through this. Who are the two? So that's what we're talking about. Who, where is everywhere, when is now. Okay? All right. On to the next slide. So here's our candidate's essay from, again, Usuru. It sounds like as I said, Star Trek. Who, all the way back to 26, this has been sitting around for almost 2 weeks. And look at this. I'm not even on here. He didn't even tag me. Introduction. Kiss. You know what that means? Keep it simple, stupid. Not that you're stupid, but that's what it means. Okay, now, in your introduction, you want to be very succinct, okay? You want to keep it as few words as possible because you are not satisfying any of the goals of the essay in the introduction, except for setting it up as a place from which to begin your progression. Well, as I said, let's listen to this.
It is debatable in society whether increasing the number of sports complexes is the best solution or not for uplifting citizens' health.
Where's my headphones?
Building sports facilities is helpful to make general public healthier. It may not be the best option to tackle all kinds of health problems in society. Other preventive measures play a major role in upgrading health conditions of people.
Okay. I heard that. I've heard it already. My notes. It is... Oh, shoot. I never wrote this down. Blue. Okay, I'll come back to it. It is debatable in society. Why do you put that? It is debatable in society. What is the role? Oh, introduce the topic, right? Well, it is debatable in society whether increasing the number of sports... Look here. Increasing the number of sports... That's the same. It's the same 5 words right in a row. Don't do that. Complexes. And a sports facility and a sports complex are not the same thing. Okay? And why don't I like this? It is debatable. Because when we look at our sentence structures, it is debatable. Is the best solution. Is helpful. Be. So 4 B's in a row, followed by a play. Okay, well, should be 4. Is, be, play. You can't do anything in English without using the word is. But if everything is that, is that, is that, are that, am that. It is the opposite of a variety of sentence structures. It's the same sentence structure. Okay, is the best. You don't need this or not in here. It slows things down. LR, complexes. Whether implies a or not. When used in this context, best. Is it the best? Whether or not it's the best. Okay. Whether it's the best. We're asking ourselves today whether this is the best. Did you understand that? Yes. We don't need the or not. For uplifting, no, that's not what that means. You uplift someone's soul, you uplift a spirit. You can even uplift a bridge, but not health. And why citizens? There's lots of non-citizens in my country, and they get their health taken care of. Right. So why is sports yellow? Yellow is vocabulary. Because you've used it already twice. Facilities. And the same as the question. Is helpful to make general public, the general public, okay, it may not be the best option to tackle. Now, in the question, say that this would have little effect. I don't like the use of this here. I think you need to be clearer and say, others, however, say that sports facilities have little effect on public health. Here, it. What is it? Okay, building sports facilities. Okay, I guess. Don't repeat the same structures and make the same mistakes as the question. To tackle all kinds. All kinds? All of the different varieties in society. Where else? Okay. Once again, in society. Other preventive measures play a major role in upgrading. You upgrade your phone, you upgrade your software, you do not upgrade your health condition of people. As opposed to cats and dogs, we know it's of people. So, first of all, to come back to the flow thing and the talk about reading it, if we have another listen.
It is debatable in society
Arjita?
whether increasing the number of sports complexes is the best solution or not for uplifting citizens' health. Even though building sports facilities is helpful to make general public healthier, it may not be the best option to tackle all kinds of health problems in society. Other preventive measures play a major role in upgrading health conditions of people. On the one
Now, if someone was talking that way to you, you know what you would do after a while? You'd be like, yeah, get to the point. Please. It is debatable in society whether increasing the number of sports complexes is the best solution or not for all these little extra words that you don't need. Remember, they do not penalize you for being under 250 words in the exam. There's no reason not to write tight, as my journalism instructors used to tell me. Write tight means tight, not a lot of extra words. Okay, other preventive measures. Well, for there to be other preventive measures, you need to have some preventive measures in the first place. Or even if you said other measures, that would be okay, I guess, because building sports facilities is a measure. Play a major role in upgrading other people. How? Why? We'll find out, I guess. All right. Body paragraph number 1. Arjita, can we have that again, please?
a role in upgrading health conditions of people. On the one hand, exercising and engaging in physical activities like sports are vital to maintain a healthy life in the present, since more and more jobs are involving sedentary work, where people do not get a chance to burn an adequate amount of energy daily during their office time.
Okay, that is all one sentence. When you hear it, it sounds incoherent on the one hand. Exercise and engaging in physical activities like sports. Why do you need this? To show that you can use the word engaging? Physical activities like sports? Isn't physical activities and exercising the same thing? Are vital to maintain in maintaining a healthy life. A life? Okay. All right. I don't know what. It's about improving the public health in the present, since more and more jobs. Okay. Note, the question does not ask you anything about why the public health needs to be improved. So all this stuff here about sedentary work, burn an adequate amount for what? During their office time. Yes, we know that. Okay? Work. That's what you're talking about. We don't need this. And what does it have to do with the question? Therefore, there should be. Avoid should, unless it's saying, not just, what possible solutions do you think we should do? Don't use the word should. Just describe the way things are, not the way they should be. There should be enough sports infrastructure, I suppose, so people can after office. Is that a Britishism? After working or after the office, are able to engage again. Engage in proper physical activities. There's physical activities again. Yes, this is good Lexis, but you don't get more points for using it twice. At ease. Easily. More effectively. What do you mean? Chronic health conditions. Oh, wait a minute. Can easily be controlled by engaging in just one activity. Is in this case is an uncountable noun. So engaging in physical activity. That's the fourth time. Under an instructor's supervision. You mean a doctor? Okay. Now, first of all, I just spent 10 days with someone with type 1 diabetes. And after we did some exercise, he was like, "Oh God, it was a problem." Now he lives a rather sedentary lifestyle otherwise, but no, this is not true at all. It can't be easily controlled by some physical activity. Diabetes is about controlling your blood sugar levels. High cholesterol is your food intake. They won't mark you down for being wrong, but this is an unsupported conclusion. Now, this is kind of cute, what you did here. But the major percentage of patients in the hospital have not been hospitalized due to a lack of exercise only. Nice. I like the idea, okay, of transitioning to the next point. That's good. Good instincts. Bad execution. In the use of the word but. All right? Now, but needs a connecting, contrasting, different element in the same general idea of the topic. Okay? Now here we have chronic, which means don't go away, not hospitalization, and instructors, right? Okay, that's the first part. But the major are in the hospitals. See, this is a different realm, a different thing, a different idea. So, but is not enough to connect them together. Like, okay, you should clear the cache on your hard drive regularly, but most computers become outdated before breaking down. See, those don't contrast on the same idea. All right, BP2. Vegeta. Oh.
Structures on home after office are able to engage in proper physical activities at ease more effectively.
See?
Conditions like diabetes and high cholesterol can easily be controlled by engaging in a physical activity daily under an instructor's supervision.
Mind if I smoke?
But the major percentage of patients in the hospitals have not been hospitalized due to lack of exercise only. On the other hand, major causes for many illnesses become unhealthy diets and consumption of alcohol and cigarettes. Due to the busy lifestyle of most of the citizens, they consume much fast food in which many cancer-causing ingredients are present as per the latest research studies done by major universities around the globe. Also,
can you hear that?
It is undebatable that alcohol and cigarettes are causing many deadly or chronic health problems for both the body and the mind of consumers. Therefore, reducing the consumption of fast foods and alcohol-related products can increase the healthy living conditions of people.
Maybe I should explain these colors. Blue is CNC, your connectors. And also flow. Are there extra words in there you don't need? Green is grammar. Yellow is lexical. Orange is task response. Now, the question says, others, however, say that this increasing sports would have little effect on public health. Where is that? Where is sports facilities in here? It's not in here at all. You're not discussing that idea. You wanted to write about what you wanted to write about, which is how bad alcohol. No, which is going to what you've probably written about before, because it's a common topic, right? The sedentary lifestyle and the evils of fast food. I know how to write about that. It's funny. I haven't been. There aren't many fast food places where I live. But in Australia, I couldn't eat at the McDonald's because the lines were too long. All right. So using on the one hand, on the other hand, is flirting with mechanical connectors. Of course, it's okay to use on the one hand and on the other hand, provided that there is enough variety in your other connectors. What do I mean? Well, we'll see. All right. Major causes for many illnesses. Great grammar. Well, the major causes of many illnesses, such as have become unhealthy diets and the consumption of alcohol and cigarettes at the same time. So, why have you used the present perfect here? And really, has the cause of the illnesses changed? Certainly, alcohol has been killing people for tens of thousands of years. Cigarettes, there's a reason why life expectancies are going up, because there's fewer smokers. Can you believe in Australia, one pack of cigarettes is one cigarette is $1. Okay. And now, due to the busy lifestyle of most of the citizens, which ones? Who? Most of the citizens of what place? Don't use the before a plural noun when you're speaking in general. Right? In most, due to the busy lifestyle of most people, of most workers. Oh no, you don't even need it. Due to the busy lifestyle of most. We know we're talking about people. They consume much fast food. Okay, now, does the question ask about why people are unhealthy? No. Okay, and why in the name of Assad Yaqub are you bringing up busy lifestyles? I love Assad. No, I don't. All right, so now, fast food. In which? Much fast food. Not in which. Many cancer-causing ingredients are present as per the latest, which are carcinogenic. That'd be a good one. Which, many consume much unhealthy fast food. That's fine. As per the latest. Now, this is good. The as per, right? As per studies done at the University of Wollongong in 1992. You can't just say, as per the latest research studies. Those don't collocate. Done by major universities around the globe. This is so broad of an example that it doesn't mean anything. Also, don't use also at the beginning of a sentence. Put it in the middle of a sentence. It is undebatable. Everything is debatable. That's the foundation of the academic point of view. It is undebatable. Alcohol and cigarettes cause many deadly or chronic health problems. Cause many chronic, even deadly. Chronic means it just doesn't go away. It's always with you. Deadly's, well, a bit more serious. For both the body and the mind of consumers. Therefore, the consumption. Repeating the same word. Therefore. You use the word therefore to connect ideas in the first paragraph. Don't do that. Don't use the same ones. Fast foods. Food is uncountable. And alcohol-related products. Okay, this is a common thing that you're doing throughout. Okay, sometimes you have good collocation, even though it's overused, like busy lifestyle. And around the globe, good collocation. But other times you've heard collocation, connections that don't make sense the way you're trying to use them. Alcohol-related products. You mean booze. You have alcohol-related illnesses. You have alcohol-related accidents. You have alcohol-related deaths. It can make people healthier. Of people. Of course, of people. You generally don't need to say the word people in most cases, because we are the only sentient creatures. In my opinion, it can be concluded that. All right, now, in the second half of the question, it said that the sports facilities will have little effect. Have you talked about that? No. That other measures are needed. Okay, good. All right, you need to say something like that in your essay somewhere, and you haven't mentioned that specifically. It can be concluded that choosing a healthy diet and preventing alcohol consumption. So, in the last paragraph, due to the busy lives of... So, how are we going to fix that? How do we make it so that people have less busy lifestyles? Having. It can be, in my opinion, a healthy diet and avoiding alcohol will make people healthier. Is the most important aspect of health. Is the most important aspect of health. Not building sports facilities. Right? That's what you think. That these are the important things. You dress it up in so many words, like preventing alcohol. You never mentioned that before. And consumption. That's like the third time you've used that word. Can play a major role. You've said that several times too. In uplifting. Yeah, again, that's the health conditions of most of the people in society. What? Comma. Whereas expanding sports, making them bigger, no, increasing, adding, expanding the reach of, anyway. And you used tackle before. Those are of some people. Your conclusion should restate the positions you have put in the body paragraphs, but do so using different words. And don't change them. There's nothing about preventing alcohol consumption. All right, so to improve, always address all parts of the question. Close isn't good enough. There was no mention whatsoever of the best way or little to no effect. Always write about the topic at hand. This was nothing about what causes unhealthiness. That's not this question. It's not the topic. Don't wander off on tangents, side paths, that are comfortable for you to talk about. Relevant examples. Don't make up studies unless you really know how to. And no unsupported conclusion. All right, coherence and cohesion. Avoid wordiness. Listen to your writing in your head as you are writing it. Does it sound like something someone would say? Now, making mistakes with but, we saw that, and also, and therefore, will make, on the one hand and on the other hand, seem mechanical, because it's a total effect. And don't repeat the same connectors. I'm afraid that's what I gave you there on those. I don't give numbers. Collocation is as important as meanings. So it's not alcohol-related products. Avoid repeating words from the question. Grammar. Don't follow a bad template. Not every sentence needs to be super complex with 3 connectors, a relative clause, another subordinate clause, and 2 main clauses. You're decreasing your likelihood of writing error-free sentences. And grammar is your strong point. Now, what do I mean here? Well, let's go back and look at a sentence. Just any old sentence. Okay. Well, the conclusion is all one sentence. That's a great example. Let's try another one. Also, it is undeniable that alcohol consumers are causing many deadly or chronic health problems. So, due to in which, as per. So, too many connectors. This is all one sentence. your writing needs to flow like a good song. All right, so that was a good way. After a month of not doing one of these, I had a lot of energy for doing this. So, how many minutes was that? Stop. No, that's a record.